يا رحمة للعالمين يا محمد.
There are 10 generations between Adam and Noah who believed in monotheism, as narrated by Abu Umama in Sahih ibn Hibban. It is asked of the Prophet, peace be upon him, was Adam a prophet? To which he replied, yes. When asked about the time span between Adam and Noah, he replied that there were 10 generations. This is also confirmed by the Bible, which states that from Adam came Seth, from Seth came Enos, from Enos came Kenan, from Kenan came Mahalalel, from Mahalalel came Jared, from Jared came Enoch, from Enoch came Methuselah, from Methuselah came Lamech, and from Lamech came Noah. Just as the religion from Adam to Noah was one, that is, the religion of monotheism, so was the language one. According to the Bible, the diversification of languages first occurred among Noah's descendants when they tried to build the city of Babylon and a tower reaching the heavens to make their name last in the world. God then scattered them across the earth and created differences in their languages to prevent them from achieving this goal. According to the account in the Bible, Cain, a descendant of Adam, killed his brother Abel. As a result of this sin, the land of Eden ceased its produce for him. He then settled in the land of Nod, east of Eden. If we consider the area of the Bekaa Valley in Lebanon as the region of the Garden of Eden, then its east would be Mesopotamia. Therefore, Cain and his descendants settled in Mesopotamia. On the other hand, in the Garden of Eden, Adam begat Seth, from whom the lineage continued, leading to the birth of Noah. The first appearance of polytheism occurred among the people of Noah. Regarding the question of where Noah's people resided, there are two possibilities. One is that polytheism emerged within the lineage of Seth, a descendant of Adam, while they were in Lebanon. The other possibility is that polytheism originated among the descendants of Cain while they were in Mesopotamia. Our inclination is towards the latter possibility. Prophet Noah migrated eastward from the Garden of Eden to the region of Mesopotamia to reform the descendants of Cain who settled there. According to a reliable narration by Ibn Abbas, there were 10 generations between Adam and Noah, and all of them followed the true religion and monotheism. Later generations deviated from monotheism and practiced polytheism, leading Allah Almighty to begin the sending of prophets. As a result of polytheism, rebellion and defiance of Noah's people, humanity was destroyed through the flood of Noah. According to the Quran, only the lineage of Noah, who was among the believers aboard his ark, continued after the flood. The story of Noah's flood is detailed in both the Quran and the Bible. This flood and the ark are also mentioned in the Sumerian epic of Gilgamesh, in the Akkadian Atrahasis, and in another Sumerian tale, Ziusudra, 1500 to 2000 BC. The Quran mentions that after Noah's flood, Noah's ark rested on Mount Judi, which is said to be located in Turkey. According to the Bible, after the flood, Noah's descendants traveled eastward until they reached Shinar and attempted to settle a city named Babylon there, but Allah Almighty dispersed them across the entire earth. There is no doubt that the region of Babylon is in Iraq. Here, east refers to the east of the place of origin mentioned in the Bible, which could either mean the land of Palestine or the Garden of Eden. The Bible states that they settled in the region of Shinar and tried to establish the city of Babylon. This land is indeed in Iraq, part of the region known as Mesopotamia, also called the cradle of civilization, suggesting that all the world's civilizations originated from the civilization of Mesopotamia. Ancient humans migrated from Mesopotamia to various regions to populate the world. This is why most prophets mentioned in the history of religion are connected to this region. Since the civilized and developed cultures of ancient times were located in Mesopotamia and the Promised Land, that is, between the Nile and Euphrates rivers, most prophets were also sent there. This also answers the question of whether Allah Almighty intended guidance only for this region, as most prophets mentioned in the Quran were sent to this area. Is it also a possibility that after Noah's flood, the place where Noah's ark rested was Adam's Peak in Sri Lanka, as mentioned in a previous episode? And in Adam's Peak, Adam refers to the second Adam, meaning Noah, who is called so because he is the father of all current humanity. According to the Quran, only Noah's lineage continued after the flood. This could also explain the discrepancy regarding the footprints on Adam's Peak, which do not match the size attributed to Adam in the Hadiths, where his height is described as 60 cubits. By this measure, Adam's footprints should have been 9 cubits long, but they are actually around 5 feet 7 inches. or as some say 5 feet 9 inches. There's also a narration in Sahih Bukhari that states the height of humans has been decreasing since Adam. Since there are 10 generations between Adam and Noah, a decrease in height to this extent is understandable. However, a more probable opinion seems to be that these are indeed the footprints of Prophet Adam, and either his height was reduced or there was a mistake in the transmission of his height, where 60 cubits were incorrectly transmitted as 60 hands or 30 hands as 60 hands. A reliable narration by Samura in Mustadrak al-Hakim, it is stated that the current human race descends from the 3 sons of Noah, Shem, Ham, and Japheth. Another authentic narration from Samura in Sunan al-Tirmidhi states that the Arabs descend from Shem, the Ethiopians from Ham, and the people of Rome, meaning the English, from Japheth. The Bible also corroborates this statement. It is difficult to give a definite answer to the question of how many thousands of years span from Adam to Noah and from Noah to Abraham. However, from the religious texts, we find that there are 10 generations from Adam to Noah and 10 generations from Noah to Abraham. Another point from the texts is that in ancient times, humans used to live for 1,000 years or more, and their stature was also tall, as mentioned, 60 hands tall. Based on this, some researchers have dated the era of Adam to 5,000, some to 8,000, and some to 10,000 years before Christ. But Allah knows the best. Regarding the scientific claim that modern humans, Homo sapiens, have been around for hundreds of thousands of years and were present in Africa approximately 200,000 years ago, and from there migrated to the rest of the world. This does not contradict the religious narrative. The Adam referred to in the religious narrative is the one bestowed with a soul. The history of this human into whom Allah Almighty breathed a soul is the subject of religion. Other human-like soulless species are not the subject of religious texts. This point should be well understood. Some contemporary Muslim scholars who believe in the theory of evolution also maintain that Allah Almighty selected Adam from among ancient human species, breathed his soul into him, and honored him with prophethood. The rest of the human species became extinct, and now only the offspring of Adam, who are soul-endowed creatures, remain alive. According to the Bible, the paradise in which Adam was placed was a worldly paradise, meaning a garden in the eastern region of this world. In this garden, he ate the fruit of a forbidden tree, which gave him the consciousness to distinguish between good and evil. Based on this consciousness, Adam was considered a separate lineage from his ancestors, and now only the lineage of that Adam remains. However, the theories about Adam's evolution do not align with religious texts, which clearly state that Allah Almighty created Adam's figure and breathed a soul into it. Hence, Adam was not a result of evolution. As for the non-soul-bearing creatures similar to Adam and his descendants, referred to as Homo sapiens, they are not the subject of religious texts. Whether they evolved or not is a matter for scientists to determine. 10 generations after Prophet Adam, when polytheism emerged, Allah Almighty started the succession of prophets. Prophet Noah was sent to the region of Mesopotamia, where the flood of Noah occurred. As a result of the flood, Noah's Ark rested on Mount Judi in Turkey. Afterwards, the descendants of Noah migrated from Mesopotamia towards the land of Iraq, and sometime later they spread out from Mesopotamia across 3 continents. The descendants of Noah's son Shem settled in Asia, Ham's descendants in Africa, and Japheth's descendants in Europe. This marked the beginning of human civilizations in this world.
يا رحمة للعالمين يا محمد